Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us again for another episode of Phishing Fridays. My name is Jesse Hill, and I'm the president of Tier 3 IT Solutions. And I'm joined today by Justin Grotto, our cybersecurity expert. Hey, Justin.
Hi, Jesse.
Today, we are talking about the role of the average employee in cybersecurity for your organization. And one of the analogies that I use when I'm talking to other business people about this is I use the story of saying, imagine tomorrow you've got a row of new trucks sitting outside, ready to go to your staff to use for their jobs. And then in the boardroom, you've got a stack of new computers. And both of these are tools that we're giving to our people to do a job. Which of these, trucks versus laptops, do most businesses have more defined policies and training around? And my experience is that it's the trucks. Everybody knows you can't drink and drive. You're not supposed to speed. You don't get to use it to move your buddy from one house to another on the weekend. You can't hook up your personal trailer to it. All of that kind of stuff. But then the laptops, we give them to someone and we say, "Here you go. Here's your password. Away you go." And my perspective on it is always that if somebody crashes a truck, I mean, we lose one truck. Hopefully the person's okay, right? I mean, we don't want them to, have any kind of physical problems or anything. But if somebody crashes a computer, it can impact the entire organization. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So Justin, give me your take on, kind of the analogy that I just gave and any insider information you might have on your perspective on this.
It's a great analogy to look at, what the difference is between what they have and what they don't have. And oftentimes, like you're looking at, a business that needs to be successful. Technology is used primarily as an enabler for businesses. And there is risks that come with that. And some of the risks that come with that is, 90% of successful cyber attacks start with leveraging a human error that is kind of exploited with these technologies. So with via email, text message, or phones. You can have great firewalls and technical solutions that you employ, but like the strongest security system fails if the front door is left wide open. In this case, one of the doors that's left wide open a lot for these businesses is the employer, is that human error element.
Yeah, and it's the hardest hole to fill because with most of the cybersecurity solutions, right? We're putting in a tool, we're putting in settings and configurations, and we can monitor and we can manage it. But with people, yeah, they're receiving an email that probably looks like 100 other emails that they've received, and they have to be able to spot the difference in an instant to determine if that's a legitimate email or not. And we talk about email a lot, and it might be a good place to start. So Justin, what do we know about email phishing and compromises, and what kind of impact those have in small and medium businesses?
Email is one of the most commonly used methods in which these attackers are getting in. Like 90% starts with that human error, leveraging a human error, and it's top of the list: email, text message, and phones. And most of the time, it is that email. And what can happen with that is you can be let in. Your password is stolen if you click on a link and you enter it in the wrong field. You can give access to the criminal if you click on that download and run that like PDF or that zip file maybe that they've the attachment. And for phones, like alone, if someone calls you and they can learn more about what your boss is doing that day or whatever, you can give some key information to these people that are going to use it for the wrong reasons, right? It'll give them a little bit of context that they can use to maybe trick somebody else into give them something else they want or getting more, right? Oh, I was talking to Jesse. He's he's not in today, but he told me to tell you to do this, right? Now I've name dropped. I know he's not in, I have a little bit of information to go off of to get more.
And that ties in, I think, really closely with social media.
Yeah.
As people post more online about, what they're doing, where they've been, what they think, what they're excited about, it's great to engage, with people, but we always need to be thinking, how can this information be used? um, a totally, unrelated topic, but I've been seeing a lot of news articles this week of, celebrities saying that there have been AI versions of them in commercials and advertisements that they did not approve. And so that's a very visible, kind of side effect of what technology is able to be used for. In a very real incident, MGM in September of 2023 suffered a massive cyber incident that took them offline for many days, cost them many millions of dollars, and who knows what it ends up coming out to at the end of the day. And the reports right now in October is that the attackers used an AI generated voice synthesizer to call into the help desk and to imitate a member of the IT team who lost their credentials to get into one of the servers. And they were able to extract that information from the help desk. And Justin mentioned, email, text, and voice through the third, social engineering tactic, and leverage it for a massive impact. So we need to be super vigilant about, how we're identifying these threats, and how we're protecting ourselves against them.
That's actually a really great point, and it leads me to talk a little bit more about, how do we prevent these things? Well, if you want to prevent some form of human error, the best way of doing this is, training employees, training the people that are using these tools, that you're relying on a daily basis. And the most effective way of preventing these attacks is, investing in training these employees very well, making sure that they're provided, with the time more than annually, a recurring basis, to really make it a part of their regular role. Adding it into their job description as part of kind of something that they're going to be doing, and promoting that engagement, that really gives them the incentive to kind of do more, right?
Yeah, like maybe 10 minutes every Friday.
That's a great idea.
And with that, I think we've talked enough about this particular topic. We appreciate you all joining us on an episode of Phishing Friday. We're going to dive more next time into talking even further about cybersecurity awareness, to protect you and your business. So thanks, Justin. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jesse. Always a pleasure.